I was looking at this earlier. WESG has almost as much prize money, $900,000.
I think it's 890,000.
So close, and the major is $1 million. Now, obviously, the major comes with DPC points, and WESG doesn't.
No.
So, I mean, what are your thoughts on WESG? Because it's a strange setup.
It's peculiar, and it blows my mind every year, and I moan about it every year. Like, I love having the fact that it's a big tournament and it's, you know, it's a world thing and everything else, but for the love of God, pick what you are. Like, figure out what it is. Because at the moment, it's a mad hybrid of World Cup stroke national teams, but in teams that aren't national teams. So it's a Club World Cup, but if it's a Club World Cup, then you can play with any players, but you can't because they have to be from the same nation. It's like, come on! Stop mucking around with this stuff. It's $900,000. It's a decent prize pool. It's a great tournament in a really cool city, right? Stop pissing about with the stupid rules and make it just one or the other, not the hybrid, right? It's either an Olympics, in which case invite Brazil, and Brazil can come up with 5 players, and they have to be Brazilian. And invite China, and they have to have 5 players and a coach, and they have to be all from China. Totally get that. That's what WCG used to be, right? And no problem with that whatsoever. Fantastic, good. Team China versus Team Ukraine versus Team Russia. Fabulous, right? All the players have to leave their teams temporarily for this 1 week of representing the nation. Nothing better, by the way. I used to do it back in the old day. I represented the UK in clan-based cups. It was fantastic. Really enjoyable. Loved it, right? That's not what this is. Likewise, they could just go, any teams can qualify from regions. It's the same as we've done in every other tournament, by the way, that we've now become very familiar with, that we have these 6 different regions, and anyone can qualify from the regions, and we put bias on each region. So you can have 5 Chinese teams attending. You can have 3 North American. You can have 1 from South Africa. You can have from South America. You can have 1 from Africa, potentially. You can have 1 from 3 from Southeast Asia. You can do that, right? That's a tried and tested route. Valve do that for TI. Everyone does that for the majors. Everyone does it for the outside. Even ESL1 did that for ESL1. Why can't you follow that route? Okay, you want to be different, I get it, right? So do your nations thing. No, what you've done instead is you've gone for some sort of mad scientist hybrid version, which is you can play as a team, but only if you've got 5 players from the same nation. So basically, screw you to every team in Dota outside of China.
Yeah.
Because they don't play with 5 nationalities from one country. Well, very few. The final tribe are in here with 5 Swedes. Okay, great, well done. eHome, well, Chinese team. Asta, Chinese team. King Gaming, Chinese team. Team, okay, well, sort of, but they haven't because they're 5 US players now, so they've got none of the Canadians, so that's, okay, fine. And then outside of that, you've then got all the teams that have got to hybrid themselves into a brand new team, right? Which means you've then got to have players that you don't want to have playing with other players forming teams. No. Don't want to be forming teams. The teams that own their contracts hate that shit.
Yeah.
If it's a national team, okay, no problem. But these aren't. These are having to literally form hybrid teams. Virtus Pro can't play as Virtus Pro. Why? Because they've got 1 Ukrainian. So you don't get Virtus Pro, the brand, which you want at the event. Yeah. You get instead Team Russia and Team Ukraine Yellow. Right? Because their players have had to split, even though only 1 player is not Russian. They've had to split and go off and make new teams. That's insane.
Yeah.
You're encouraging players to leave their teams. Why? And why aren't you tapping into the fact that you could have had Na'Vi there, you could have had Virtus Pro there, you could have had Team Secret there, you could have had Team Liquid there. All of these teams will go for a $900,000 tournament in a great city in China, which is broadcasted around the world by Ali Sports.
Yeah.
What the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
End rant. End rant.
And
one or the other, but like literally the analogy I'll give you is, if you're a Liverpool fan, you'll love this one. The Club World Cup happens every year, right? The Club World Cup, not the World Cup. The World Cup is for national teams like England, who are crap, and usually Croatia and Italy and Holland and Germany and all those teams, right? That's what the World Cup's for. The World Club Cup is for clubs, that's right, from around the world. Awesome. They don't have to have all English players if they're a Liverpool team from England. That's what this is. You've basically invited Liverpool to a Champions League tournament and then told them after they've got there, sorry, but you've got to make sure all your players are English. But we haven't got any. We've only got 3. Well, that's the only ones you can field then. You have to find 8 new ones from other teams. Jesus Christ, we've got our loan players now from Chelsea and from Liverpool, from Man United and from Tottenham, and just to make a team. And then it's not really Liverpool then, is it?
I think the
I'm frustrated because I think this could be really good.
Well, yeah, and here's where it falls down is because of this obscure exotic rule set, we end up with a bunch of teams that are put together, say like
they're
this
mixed
Brazilian
teams.
Yeah, mixed teams. Team Russia is a mixed team now because they're not playing with no one.
Deutschlando.
Yeah, and on top, playing against these sort of mixed teams, kind of a pickup game kind of system, is Team Asta, Keen Gaming,
right,
eHome.
Exactly. The teams that... hold on, this is a Chinese tournament organiser in China...
Yeah.
And the Chinese teams are the least affected by these rules.
And
if I was a conspiracy theorist, I'd be pretty conspiracied right now.
And there's 3 Chinese teams. There's not 3 of any other country, is there?
No. And not only that, but they don't have to make any changes. They are their own team. So in theory, they should have an advantage. Well, that's not right either. Like, where's your competitive integrity here?
I don't know, and I don't want to bash on China. It's actually quite easy because
to do with China.
We don't want to bash on any one thing. But it looks, it makes it infuriating.
But look, the point is, Dota 2 community loves drama. Anytime they can get their teeth in the drama, they'll take it.
Yeah.
If you give them the opportunity to create drama, more for you. Because this is literally going, we're going to encourage a conspiracy theory. I don't for a second think that's why they've done the rules the way they have. I really don't. But it doesn't help them, does it?
No, it doesn't.
In the face of the community, because the community will look at it and just go, well, that seems weird. Who benefits from it? Wait, the 3 Chinese teams benefit from that. It's a Chinese organiser in China. Oh, 1 + 1 is 37. I'm going to write a Reddit thread on it. That's how it happens, right? But actually, it might just be that they haven't thought about it. They didn't realise it benefited the Chinese teams. I don't know.
It's a shame because have you seen the Overwatch World Cup events?
Yeah.
Those are good.
They're fantastic.
Right?
Yeah,
I
really
like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
Too.
Each team has a
character.
character.
We've got a good team in the UK.
We have got a good team. But it kind of makes sense when you say, okay, this is the rule for everyone. But now we've got 3 Chinese teams and then... it
could be really cool. I would love to have a proper... They had a Nations Cup a few years ago in Counter-Strike, and I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. And you basically have to... imagine for this competition, it was like Team Brazil, right? But to be coach of Team Brazil, you have to apply for the position and you have to be vetted, right? And you have to be voted on by the community. Cool, right? Great social media interaction, great PR for Ali Sports, great for Alibaba, all that kind of stuff. And then that coach then says, right, I'm now going to pick the team because I'm the coach, right? And he goes out and he finds the 5 Brazilians he wants. He doesn't necessarily just go to Chaos and go, right, I'll have the 3 guys from Chaos and the 2 guys that used to play with them.
Yeah.
Because that's what they've done, right? I mean, I'm not against that because they probably are the best 5 players right now in Brazil. But the point is, we can mix stuff up. It's not just the 4 Virtus Pro players decide that they're going to form Team Russia and add 1 player. Right? No. There is a federation in each country or an organisation in each country that can look after these positions, right? And therefore, it becomes a proper, national team.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see this is a huge opportunity to provide a platform for national teams in Dota, right? And I don't think anyone else is really doing it. And
it's once a year, so we can see them in a different team.
It would have been so amazing to see an actual nation versus nation event. Maybe not for the Brits so much, but it would be good.
You and me, Pyrian Flax, T Governor can coach.
We'll form a team.
That'd be a laugh, wouldn't it? No, I mean, and then the other disappointing thing, of course, is that. There's no secret players involved anywhere on here. There's no Team Liquid players involved. And that's particularly disappointing because they do have a Team Jordan.
Yeah. Oh, so Team Jordan is number 1.
It doesn't even have Miracle on it.
I moused over that thinking, where's Miracle on that?
Not there.
There's someone with a line after his name.
Yes.
In fact, 2 of them. Is that a common thing in Jordan? Oh, okay.
Well, it's a common thing around the world. It's because you can't always get those.
Yeah, but no Miracle in Team Jordan. Also,
and poor no one is going to have to play on a team with General and Aloha Dance.Ho I don't know if they've played any Dota in the last 6 months.
Like Puppy could have been on that team. I think if you set it up right,
he can't be on that team. He's not. He's Estonian.
Oh,
he's not Ukrainian. He would have had to have had Team Estonia.
Excuse me, guys.
Name me 4 other Estonians.
I'm so sorry. Why did I think? Oh, yeah.
That's my point, right? It's like, why would you split up the best team in the world right now? Well, you have. You've broken them. You've broken them apart, and now they can't play in it. Yeah. You've shot yourself in the foot by not having the best players there. Or was that your intention? Because that's what Reddit will think. Do you see where I'm coming from? Like,
here's the thing.
It doesn't help.
But WESG...
And we're 3 years in now, Sujoy.
Yeah.
Like, I ranted about this year 1, and Starladder guys, they ranted back at me going, no, you're wrong, watch how it pans out. No. Screw you guys. It went bad. Right? So learn. But no, you didn't learn, because year 2, it's exactly the same rules. And I moaned about it last year as well. Yeah. And here we are in year 3, and guess what? It's still the same fucking rules!
And the shame is that shame of it is that I think so many Dota players would love to represent their country. Of course,
and our viewership. Partly why I'm disappointed is because I want to tune in and watch the best players, right? And the best teams going head to head. I do not want to watch a mix from Germany that doesn't have Kuro in it, or Black in it for that matter, playing Team Mongolia. I don't want to watch those matches. If I did want to watch those matches, I'd go and watch some pubs.
Yeah, it's a shame. That's all we're going to say. Let's move on before we blow our top.
I rant.
Because the other...
Sorry to the organisers. Look, you do a great job, but don't misunderstand me.
No, we're just saying small fixes.
It's such a small thing that could make your tournament great. Please make those changes. Either make it please, actually, just make it a national, team-based, country-based tournament, right, next year. Please. Please. And I will give you all the love in the world. Because other than that, it's fantastic. I love the fact that Ali are in this. I love the fact that Ali Sports and Alibaba are involved in esports. I really do. It's fantastic. Fantastic city. Fantastic organisers. Starlad, brilliant. Deserve to be in there. Everything's great, except for this one thing which ruins it all. End rant.